Hi everyone, I'm back with another video on Saitama Inu token or just Saitama, and just wanted to give an update on how the price is running, and it's absolutely killing, guys. I'm really very happy that we are having a lot of news pour in a very short span of time, lot of new partnerships, lot of new updates on the game, a game that they're planning, that is Wolfcaster. Good to see all this price action. It's mind blowing. So looking at the cryptocurrency market right now, on the global level, it's at 5.06% on a higher note. So it was down yesterday. It was bleeding, but yeah, Saitama is the killer. It was up in greens even when the entire market was in red. So that's a good thing to see. That shows how strong the token is, how strong the community is, and how strong the people behind the token, be it Namtram, Saitama Guru, or Russell and Max are, and how serious they are about their work on the project that's running. So quickly getting into Saitama price right now, at the time of recording this video, it is up by 5.31%. You can see it's around 2596. Again, it's inching closer and closer to the all-time high. We did almost reach it a couple of days back, and now it's again on the uptrend. It's inching ever closer, and trust me, by the looks of it, this all-time high will be long forgotten. We will definitely have a another all-time high, which is, as far as I expect, killing a zero. That's something that I'm really looking forward for in the short term. And again, by the end of another 2 months or so, or by the end of this year, I'm definitely bullish in terms of killing either one or two zeros. Why is that? I mean, the current situation, definitely with a lot of partnerships coming in and a lot of good news, especially with the radio show that got hosted. We have a lot more reach with the partnership in terms of Blaze Fire Games. We have a lot more advertising that is happening in when it comes to esports events. With the partnership of NBA players, now we have access to creating a lot of NFTs, which are well marketed and well sold once it comes out. I'm definitely sure there will be a lot of basketball fans who would definitely take up these NFTs. So those catalysts right now would definitely be enough to kill a zero, in my opinion. Another zero, how do we kill it? Well, it's all up to the Cytamask app. I have covered extensively on what the features of SataMask would be and what we can expect and why is it that it is a revolutionary project in another video. Please do check out. I have left the link in my description. And guys, again, before I move forward, this is not a financial advice, neither am I a financial advisor. I've just been educating you guys on different tokens or different cryptocurrencies available in the market. Please do your own research before you invest or would like to buy any of the tokens in the crypto space. Having said that, standard disclaimer, getting back to the video, Cytomask is one of a kind of an application which definitely would revolutionize the way we look at wallets. So we have a feature of swapping, we have a feature of checking exchange prices, we have a feature of directly purchasing tokens through the app, and best of all, my favorite, we have a education platform wherein you can earn. It's not just an education platform where some people just put out a standard set of videos and you can just go ahead and watch them. It's content created by people who can spread the knowledge of crypto and also earn for doing quality content in the same platform. And now, how the earning mechanism works, how the payment would be made, either would it be in the Saitama tokens or not, that is yet to be seen. But that's simply interesting to see that you can now create another platform for making videos which are educational pertaining to cryptocurrencies and make money out of it, right? The similar way that we are doing through YouTube, correct? How advantageous it would be, and best of all, it's accessible through a single mobile application. You do not need to run through various websites, you do not need to run through various applications. It's just one single Cytamask app that is needed for you to go ahead and access all these functionalities, and that's simply awesome. In my opinion, it's a mind-blowing revolutionary project, and that's something that will definitely help Saitama kill another one or two zeros by the end of this year. Now we can expect, as far as Max has quoted in one of his AMAs, he has quoted that the beta version would be available for us, or few of us, to test in probably end of September, mid October is what he has quoted, and we are looking at a potential launch of the main wallet to the entire uh, uh, public domain by somewhere around mid of November. I mean, that's the information we have now, but I wouldn't be so bothered about the exact date of launch or anything as such. It comes when it comes, but when it comes, it will be the revolutionary product. So that's what I'm hoping for, and that's what I'm very bullish upon, and that would definitely bring in a lot of change, bring in a lot of people. And again, to quote, Saitama is not just a token anymore. Saitama is a company. They have registered. It's registered under IRS. They will have to abide by the government compliances. They will have to abide by the rules. So probably certain functionalities that we have on the app would take some more time, but the app itself, with the basic functionalities of the swap, the exchange, viewing options, as well as I believe the purchase option would also be part of it, since Max is in his own has his own company which is into a payment platform. I believe that it would be easier for them to secure the uh, credentials or secure permissions for integrating the payment mechanism to this app. So I would love to see that happen at the time of the launch of SataMask, which I'm pretty sure 99% would happen. But yes, I would definitely keep that 1% of doubt. Again, not the doubt on on the people who are building this or the developers. That 1% doubt is only on the government regulations or the time frame that it would take for the third party vendors who are providing you that payment mechanism. So considering, having said that, I would definitely love to see Saitama move up and probably kill another two or three zeros by the end of this year in total. That would be a good price action to see. But one thing that is also noticeable here is that you see that the volume of trade has dropped down. This is nothing to worry about much, because see, every single day you cannot keep seeing people investing in the token. Basically, sorry, this being a ERC20 token, and there is directly no current mechanism to go ahead and purchase it through through USD or USDT as such, in any of the swaps. You will definitely have to worry about the high ETH fees that is running. So a lot of people might actually go ahead and purchase it in exchanges, which is a easier option. As you can see, you can come down the volume. Still now it is on Uniswap, which is at a higher end, which is good, because this will give us more reflections, and that's what I'm also happy about, the reward system. So this will definitely yield in giving us a lot of reflections. But as you can see, even L Bank has a good volume of $485,000 worth. You have XT Exchange, which is also having an 820, $100, I mean, sorry, $1,000. So another exchange which is also there, 1 inch, also has a small volume of $4,000. So these exchanges are where majority of the purchase would happen currently, basis the ETH gas fees. I mean, again, this is my personal opinion. That's where we are seeing that the volume traded would have reduced. But I believe that once the ETH gas fees are good enough for people to start purchasing through the swaps, we can definitely see a jump in the volume in that aspect as well. So having said that, a few other tweets from Russell and Max going through the distribution that is happening for backpacks and school related equipments for children who are in the Dominican Republic. This is really good, and I really like the effort and the way that they are building up the charity to help out people who do not have much access to education to get educated. Because guys, in a world that is currently existing, you can live without money, but you cannot live without education. And having stressed upon that, you build up a community or you build up a platform where you can actually spread education to people. There is nothing like that. People can make money after they get the education, but people who have money cannot do anything with that money unless and until they get educated about it. I was reading through an article recently where it said that many of the people in the world do not know how to manage their money, even though they have billions and millions to with them. So they do not know how to manage. See, by managing, it's not about having a record of your expenditures versus your savings. It's all about what you do with that amount. You have $100 with you. What would you do with that $100? That's what is management. Whether would you buy a single uh, what you can say, a commodity. I wouldn't name any specific one, but would you buy a single commodity worth $100, or would you buy 10 commodities worth $10 each? So that is the kind of management in simple terms that we are looking out for, and that only comes out with education as a background. So even if you have loads and loads of money with you, without education you will not be able to utilize it in an effective manner. That will all get drained out in a very short span of time. So that's something that I really love that the team is doing with Saitama, as well as the application and the offline charity that has been happening with various schools. Really nice to see that. And we have a lot of bombs being dropped from Russell. I mean, I was just going through a lot of his tweets yesterday, day before, and a couple of them last week as well. It was like back to back, one after the other, one after the other. Updates just kept falling, following through. So it was really good to see that many updates coming at one shot. And again, uh, people who have patience, it pays. These are all projects where we definitely need to give some time, give some support from our side, so that the team who is working on the actual uh, part would be having that support from our side, as well as take their time off in terms of completely concentrating rather than addressing all the people's queries or questions in terms of when will be the price increase, when will be the price increase. So I mean, you have the answer to that now. For all those people who are asking about the price increase of Saitama, speaking about Saitama having, being a very bad investment, guys, here is your answer. So, if you still want to get on the train, please do buy some Saitama Inu, be the part of the family. If you still feel that Saitama is going to fall, look for your profit elsewhere. That is what I would actually like to put across to people who want to spread FUD, or do not understand the concept of how a cryptocurrency in general works. I'm not specific to in Saitama Inu over here. I'm specifically speaking about all those people who create FUD without even knowing how a cryptocurrency or a project functions. They just want to make those content. Yeah, let them go ahead and make it. But people who have belief in the project, once you do the research, you get to know about it, please stick to holding the token. Once you feel that yes, you have had enough profit, you're free to sell it. So make the profit, hold it, and do not believe in all those baseless so-called news that occurs in any of the social platforms. It can be Twitter, it can be Facebook, it can be YouTube. Have trust in the investment and be ready to lose what you invest. Even if it was, I mean, recently, to quote, there was a rug pull that happened with baby Saitama Inu. There was no association with baby Saitama Inu or Saitama Inu, but there were few people who felt that this is a part of a subsidiary scam. So even Saitama Inu is itself a scam. Now, come on. You need to do your research on what is the relation between a baby Saitama Inu token and almost, as far as I have seen, 50 to 60%, or even more than that per se, the tag of baby is always a scam. So I don't know how people would take it, but that's what I have seen in all my research that I've been doing from for various tokens. So stick to the white paper, stick to how the community is, stick to check on who the people are who are behind the project. Read through the white paper. I would definitely advise, read through the white paper, spend some time. It hardly would take 5 to 10 minutes for you to read through the entire white paper. Understand what is the cryptocurrency going to do, what is their vision, what is it that they want to actually attain, and why are they in the business, right? So if you come down to their website as well, you can see that initial itself they say that fostering the future of finance. So yes, a clear cut indication, or a layman who is visiting this website, how would he or she address this? They would just think that okay, it is something into the financial sector. Yes, it is. In fact, I did ask Russell about in one of the AMAs that were happening in Telegram, and he did quote that if there was any other burn that is happening on a higher, I mean, in a larger note, or is there any other mechanism that they are planning to get a burn in place so that they reduce the supply and appreciate the price. But Russell's response was that he was not looking into it right now, or neither do they have any ideas currently, at least for the time being, for any sort of further burns. Because, see, I believe personally, looking into that answer and my understanding on how they want to move ahead with the project, they want Saitama to become a currency of transaction. So Saitama, they wanted to be used as a local, just like we have fiat currency in place in various locations. Saitama wants to be a global currency. So once you have global currency in place, just assume you can buy goods and services through Saitama tokens. You can buy NFTs through Saitama tokens. You can buy a house or a car using Saitama tokens. That's where you bring the functionality of the token in terms of financial income. So if you could definitely do that, I mean, I'm definitely sure this would be the future, because I'm speaking in general in terms of cryptocurrencies here. We did see Tesla listing Bitcoin as a payment mechanism, but due to some or the other reason in terms of environmental hazards that were there in place, they had to withdraw that uh, particular what you can say uh, announcement. But then I believe personally that I was digging through a few more articles, and I felt that the reluctance was mainly based on the US government regulations in place for accepting Bitcoin as a payment, rather than just a quote in terms of reducing the green, the emissions that were happening due to the mining of Bitcoin. Uh, so let's see how it runs. But imagine if there are other options apart from Bitcoin for payment to be used as a general currency. So you go to a vendor now. El Salvador has already recognize Bitcoin as a currency, and they are using it for a day-to-day system. They have purchased a whole lot of Bitcoins, and that would be again distributed to each and every citizen in their country, and they have recognized it as an official form of currency. Now imagine that Saitama also could be happening in the same lines, and we could definitely see a revolution happening in cryptocurrency space, where it would be recognized and regulated by the government. And since Saitama is already a company which is well established in terms of having rules and regulations in place and abide by the guidelines of the government, there wouldn't be much of hiccups for Saitama to become a legal cryptocurrency, right? So thinking on those lines, I mean, that's what I feel the future should be, and I would really love if that would happen. And that's what I feel personally that Saitama is taking us to. So keeping all these things in mind, guys, I just wanted to share my views on the price action that's happening with Saitama. Really good to see all these improvements. As you can come down, I mean, this is this website Luna Crush, which wherein I just saw a 1 week increase. It was around 114%. So people have doubled their investment in just a week's time. People who invested 1 week before, it's already doubled. But wait, do not sell your bags out. There is much more to come. So let's keep expecting that the growth would be on the same note, and don't be afraid if it falls back. There will be a certain set of correction that would happen. There will be people who would like to take out their profit, and I'm not saying it is bad. Each one has their own individual reason on taking out the profit. So let them take out the profit and let that drop happen, but the drop will not be so significant. And trust me, we are inching ever closer to the all-time high, and this will be history. The all-time high would just be an all-time high at the current time. The next all-time high would definitely after we kill a zero. So looking forward for it. Thanks for watching the video. Please do subscribe, like this video, and share it so that we spread the word of Saitama and to the larger crowd and get more people in. And also, please do comment below on what your views are on the Saitama Inu coin or Saitama coin in particular. And let me know if you have any suggestions in terms of improving or any specific content that you want to see about Saitama. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Have fun.